We're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope that's been useful. Hope you had a few decent conversations. And apologies if you met the same person twice, but it's always nice to be able to follow on the conversation. We may do a couple more of these in the after party if we get a chance. But now it's my great pleasure to introduce Jason. Jason and I haven't tried a screen share yet, so this could be fun. Do you want let me make you a co-host, Jason?
Thank you, please. I'd really appreciate that. It's a pleasure to host. Tell me, yeah, I'm going to see if I can screen share.
I've just made you a co-host, so you should. Please don't accidentally close the meeting, will you?
Now I've got power. See, we're talking about negotiation. All right, I'm going to share a portion of my screen and let me know if you're seeing a slide.
I can see that. There's thumbs up all round. So 10 minutes only, if you don't mind, Jason. I might ring a bell at you if you go over.
Okay. Well, if I go 10 minutes and 30 seconds, kill me. All right, I'm just joking. All right, cool. So I will just start, Mark. Is that cool? I'm ready to go.
Please do. Yeah, save us.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do an intro, but you'll introduce yourself much better than I would. Mind you, we've done a brand discovery workshop recently, so I know more.
That's right. We sure did, and it was amazing. And I'm gonna pitch for everyone to take it. All right. So yes, thank you everybody for being here. I have 10 minutes to do 5 tactics on negotiating for the conflict averse, and I've affectionately subtitled this "How to Be a Shark while remaining true to yourself so you don't get eaten alive in the bloody waters of business." All right, so why do we in the Arts and Culture Network need, let me move this out of the way so you guys aren't seeing that. Okay, there we go. Why do we need to be more shark-eared? And I think Mark actually put this in one of the emails, in that we are generous, we are nice, we're giving, we're so friendly. This whole idea of it's not personal, it's business does not work for us because it's always personal. So that's why I thought this would be a fun and important presentation for this crowd. All right, who am I? I have like 10 seconds to tell you. I have created negotiation training for dozens of companies. I have delivered it all over the world for Fortune 100 companies, including NASA. So that should be enough for you to trust me. I know what the heck I'm talking about. All right. So here's the situation that I want you to think about as we step through these 5 tactics in 10 minutes. So you have always gotten some money for your work, right? You're no slouch, but you are in a position now where there's someone who's ready to give you money for your stuff, for your thing. And I'm going to call him Don, which is short for Megalodon. All right. And Don is not a charity case. This is a somebody with deep pockets who wants your thing. It's not a friends and family rate like Mark does for his brand workshop that I think everybody should take. It's not friends and family. This is business. All right. He's got money and he wants your thing. I want you to think for a minute. How much are you going to ask for? Now, don't talk, just think. What is your asking price? This could be the biggest agreement that you make this year, maybe in your whole career. What is your asking price? Okay. Now, did you choose an asking price that matches the value that you provide? Did you choose an asking price that matches the value that you provide? And if the answer is yes, you chose the wrong price. You need to be asking for a shark asking price, which is higher than that number. Because if you start at the price that you think you deserve, guess what's going to happen? You're never going to get it. So your shark asking price needs to be a little bit more. Now, what's the right amount? I don't know. What's an amount that's comfortable for you to ask for, right? It doesn't violate who you are. It's probably in the neighborhood of 10%. That's what I would guess, right? That's a better asking price. And that is tactic number 1, and that is aspire. You should aspire to higher prices. So aim high by setting your shark asking price. All right. What happens when you tell Megalodon your asking price? Is he going to say, I'll take it? Hopefully not, because if he does say, I'll take it, then you didn't ask for enough. So chances are he's going to say, That's too high. What's your best price? Now, right now is when you, if you're like me, are going to have the inclination to do two things that you should not do in negotiation. Be honest and be generous. Now, I am not saying that you should go out there and lie in negotiation, but what I am saying is that when my son, Simon, who is 3, screams at me and says, I hate you and I'm never speaking to you again unless you let me watch the next episode of Bluey, is he lying? No, he's negotiating. Okay. So your inclination, a lot of us, our inclination when someone asks, what's the best price you can give me, is actually to be honest and share with them our best price. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, the second thing you shouldn't do is be generous. So you're allowed to lower your price, right? But how much should you lower it? If they come back and say you need to do better, how much should you lower it? What do you think? Think about it. Lucky for you, you got your buffer zone that we just established with your Aspire Shark asking price. So this is the new rule that I've established for all attendees of this webinar, and that is you're not allowed to lower your price beyond your buffer zone on your first concession. All right, and that is tactic number 2, which is be stingy. Stinginess is a virtue in negotiation. So be generous in other areas of your life, but when you're negotiating, be stingy. All right. Now, I want you to be stingy with your prices, but I also want you to be stingy with something else. Now, if you're like me and Mark and Sarah, my new friend who I met through this exact experience, we are fast friends, aren't we? And this is what we're doing in our speed networking event. We're becoming fast friends and we're sharing all this great information. Oh, I love you, BFF. You know, hopefully you're not having too much public display of affection when you're negotiating, but we are quick to be personal and friendly with people. And TMI is a violation in negotiation. Remember this, because think about the phrases that you could say that you shouldn't say when you're negotiating with somebody like Don. Don, this is the most I've ever asked for. I haven't sold anything in a long time. I'm so glad you called me. But just so you know, that is just my starting price. So the tactic is hush. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a negotiation. All right. So be very tactful with the things that you say when you're negotiating. You might even want to think through and provide us a little list of things you're not going to say when you're negotiating, especially if it's an important negotiation. All right. So let's imagine that you did these things, right? You got your shark asking price, you came down a little bit on your price, and then Don is going to make an offer. Now, Don makes the kind of offer that a lot of business people who it's not personal, it's business, are going to make, and we'll call that a lowball offer. Right? He's going to offer you an amount that's not good enough for you. It shouldn't be good enough for you. Mark, you can admit this person, right? Or do I need to? You got it. Okay, good. So Don's rule to live by is always find out how low they'll go, right? Everybody, he wants to know how low can I get them to go. So I'm going to give you a new rule to live by for yourself, which is always react to their opening position. So he offers you that low ball number, and I want you to react by saying something like, yeah, right. Or seriously, come on, that's impossible. I could never. All right, now I know what you're thinking. Jason, I'm an actor, but I'm not a liar. You don't want to do it. It feels uncomfortable for you. All right, reacting. I get it. Hold on, stick with me. There are many reasons why it is extremely important that you react when people give you their positions, okay? I don't have time to go into all of them because I've only got like 3 minutes left, all right? But trust me, you must react, okay? A reaction encourages the other party to make a better offer, to do what you just did, which was lower your price. It encourages them to do what you need them to do, which is to bring the price up. And a big reaction will often elicit a bigger movement on their end. All right, so you got to react. If you've been paying attention, I have already covered 4 tactics. And if you look closely, The first, stingy. I didn't do them in this order, but stingy. I want you to hush. I want you to aspire to higher prices. I want you to react. And there's only one left, and it starts with the letter K. And Mark, I did this for you. K is very affectionately stands for kill them. With kindness. Okay, kill them with kindness. And this is how you're going to be able to use all of these tactics from now on when you're negotiating opposite Don, the megalodon. All right, it's very simple. But you insert some kindness as you utilize the tactics. Oh, Don, I'm so excited to work together. Here's my extremely high to me proposal. Come on, Don, we're friends. You know that's way too low. Killing them with kindness. Oh, I love the idea of collaborating with you, Don. So I'll tell you what, I will lower my price because I get it. You don't want to pay it. Here's my better price. I hope that helps you out. Kill them with kindness. All right, so that's the last tactic. So strategically kill them with kindness. Now, the question that I have for you, Mark, my first question is, I think I did this within 10 minutes. I'm very, very close. But the statement that I want to make to everybody is that in just like 9 minutes, I just zipped through 5 things that you can do. But I want you to think about this. If you do 1 or 2 of them from now on, do you think you might do just a tiny bit better on your next negotiation? And if you can do just a tiny bit better on your next negotiation, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. I mean, I hope it was worth your 10 minutes to sit here and listen to this. And that's it, Mark. That's my whole thing. And I thought I would do the same thing that you do. And if people want to learn more from me, they can go to my website and I'll give them the friends and family Mark Walmsley discount. So there's no negotiating. It's just like the friends and family rate, just like Mark's brand workshops that I have loved so much.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Jason. There's a virtual round of applause.
Did I get it in 10?
Yeah, you did a great job.
Amazing. All right, great.
So,
thank you for letting me do that. That was a ton of fun.
No, thank you for doing that. This is recorded, so this will be made available to everybody afterwards. Thank you so much, Jason. And I think you're lingering for the after party, are you? So if anyone has any questions for Jason on that, then I'm sure he'll share some anecdotes, but thank you very much.
Happy